Hello everyone, it's time to show you the best field ration we've ever tried. But before that, as promised, we got a huge 30 kg oak log and we're going to try to make a stove without firewood similar to the small one from the last video. Just compare this giant log with the piece of wood from which our last stove was made. Last time we used an ordinary drill bit, but this time we're sure it won't cope with the task. That's why we bought this super professional drill bit. It has a thread and sharp spikes on the end. The thread is needed so that the drill screws into the wood like a self-taping screw and ensures the tightest attachment between the cutting edge of the wood. Let's attach it and give it a try. Oh damn, it doesn't work. The thread is pushing the drill so fast into the wood that the cordless drill just isn't powerful enough to turn the drill. Then we took an old electric drill, and only with it we were able to make it work. When we reached the point that the drill was no longer enough, we took two of these extensions and continued drilling. In the end, of course, we drilled this hole, but it took an enormous amount of effort. It ended up that the end of the big drill bit was ripped off and remained in the other connector. Well, at least the drill still works. And in this case, it's not about drill power, it's just that we had to make a hole along the wood fibers, and this is extremely difficult. As proof, look at how easy it is to make a hole across the wood fibers. The rest of the connectors broke when we almost reached the end of the second hole, and it was already partially connected to the first. Hopefully, this hole will be enough to run the stove. To fire the stove, we need some wood chips, which we will prepare with an axe that we restored in our previous videos. Let's place everything inside and fire it up. Let it heat up, and in the meantime, we'll get down to the food. We can't wait to enjoy this. Let's start with the utensils and small packets. Here we have 3 napkins, 2 tea bags, sugar, 3 packets of coffee, salt, pepper and chewing gums. Also, there are 2 spoons that are quite durable and made of biodegradable plastic, which does not contaminate the environment. Next comes fancy toothbrush, with a toothpaste-like composition already applied to the bristles. So, let's start with breakfast. We open the main dish in a large bag with some flour inside. Do we have to make the buns ourselves? But it turned out that we just had to pour hot water right inside the bag and leave it for a few minutes. We open the main dish and we get this flavorful and thick milk porridge. It's so tasty, and it has some sugar. In the next bag are strange things that I've never seen before. It turned out to be dried puree droplets, which we can eat as candy, or just pour into the porridge so we can get an even more delicious dish. The next bag is a tomato soup, judging by the inscription. Yeah, and the color also resembles tomatoes. We pour hot water and little rolls pop up on top. That must be the macaroni. We don't have much soup, but after such a portion of porridge, we don't need more. The next package, and here we have an intriguing inscription with the word caca. What could possibly be inside of that? And here we have a fragrant orange sponge cake. And it smells so good that all the neighbors' dogs must have run under the fence. How does it manage to look so fresh a year after this ration was made? Next we have this sweet apricot jam with handy strips for opening. I like such well thought out little things, as well as the stuff that comes out of the bag, which you can eat right off the spoon or spread over a sponge cake if you have sweet tooth. In such a colorful vacuum pack there is a small pile of nuts. By the way, I still do not understand what kind of nuts they are. They look like peanuts, but twisted a little. Write a name in the comments if you have any idea. Next we have a double-sided protein bar. Each side has a different flavor. They are both delicious, but I like the red one better. But that's not all. There's also a tube of fruit puree for breakfast, which is very sweet and fresh. I don't know how they do it that it doesn't spoil. You can add it to various goodies, porridge, or just eat it out of the tube. Let's drink something for breakfast. The aromatic and sweet cocoa would be an excellent choice. If even this is not enough for you, you can make yourself such a sweet drink from powder with a vivid pink color and a pleasant taste. Breakfast is very varied and nutritious: porridge, goodies, soup, and even 2 drinks. And we didn't even make the tea and coffee, which is also included in the breakfast. Check out what we have for lunch. There's a big packet of this colorful stuff. And among all this, we found this piece of chicken meat. It's not a usual one, but a lyophilized one. It is very light, like a piece of styrofoam, and very fragile. We can crumble it into powder with our own fingers. But once we add some water, it immediately absorbs and turns into a common, rather hard piece of chicken meat. Such meat is obtained by freezing and drying at sub-zero temperature. We pour some water into this magic mixture and close it, letting it cook. In the meantime, we look at the next package. Inside, we see 2 pieces of bread. I wonder who got the slices from the middle. Next we open the beautiful red package. Inside there are rusks made of various grains and seeds. They are very tasty, sweet and healthy for certain. These rusks come with this kind of chocolate butter. Since it's about 0 degrees outside, it hardened a lot. We put it on our stove, and after a couple of minutes it melted and became very soft. Let's squeeze it out. It reminds me of something, but I can't figure out what. We get delicious brown sandwiches with nuts. It comes with a nutritional bar that consists of crunchy flakes poured with caramel. Denmark really cares about its soldiers. Now I wish to serve in their army. Also, there are a lot of raisins for energy and vitamins, and one more soup, but with another flavor. Imagine how cool would it be if a school or institute gave each student such a ration. Would you like that idea? Well, tell us in the comments. Maybe the president will see so many willing people and mandate rations for schools. We open the lunch and see a thick, nutritious and delicious soup with pasta, green peas and chicken. If you like it spicy, you can pour some spicy sauce on your bread or in your soup. For a snack, we have this kind of jerky. Let's pour some water to make the orange drink and our lunch is ready. Look how much stuff there is. Everything is varied and very tasty. You certainly won't go hungry. For dinner, we have some powder again. Will it be porridge again? Our stove will help us find out. We're going to heat water for the main dish. We put 3 of these stones around the hole and put the pot on top of them. Let's see how fast it boils. In the meantime, let's open a small bar of chocolate. It's a little broken, but we'll fix that. Would you like some chicken pieces covered in spice? Of course! Fruit jam will also come in handy for us, even though we're having dinner now. We also have hot chocolate made with some hot water. But this time, the water is already fully boiled. The stove is working well. Now we'll see how long it burns. This time, we pour this substance directly into the pot and stir it up. And wait, it's not porridge at all. It's mashed potatoes with herbs and meat pieces. Oh yummy, I love mashed potatoes. You can add a little of hot sauce if you want, and the dinner is ready. What a big, tasty and varied ration the Danish army has. so many dishes and goodies, and it's all for just one person. Also, there are so many drinks, and we haven't made tea and coffee yet. It was evening, and we corked our stove so we could continue the experiment in the morning. It had snowed during the night. It's good luck that I covered it with a garbage bag. To get it fired up faster, I used a power bank and a fan like this. It was a good idea because the airflow helped a lot in this case. But at the same time it was a bad idea because the heat melted the blades a little and resulted in this. Let's say goodbye to the fan. Overall, our stove lasted more than 5 hours, but sometimes the fire slowly weakened, so I had to blow it up a bit. Perhaps some improvements need to be made to this version of the stove, but overall it works well and gets the job done. Don't forget to watch our previous video if you haven't done so before, and subscribe to our channel.